So I'm currently at work today, and it's a very nice day today, so I'm using this opportunity to come and take a break in my car. I didn't want to be walking today. Usually I'll be walking around trying to get in some steps, but today I just want to come in here. I have 10 minutes to go, but I had finished eating, and I wanted to come in here and talk more, because I did say I was going to go over how to read labels when we go shopping. And I find this out as I speak to people, or somebody might be like, can you take a look at this thing that I'm taking, or give me a name, and I will say, what is the ingredient? What does it have? I always hear, I don't know. I don't know. Or it says it has vitamin C or something that's right in front of it. Not exactly what is in the ingredient list. So, and I always say, look at the ingredients. What specifically does it have, especially for food? So when you turn around the container, the box, the can, the bottle, even if it is soy milk, turn it around and look at it. Yes, it says in the big thing that is soy milk, but you want to look behind the carton, the box, and see. That's when you find out, oh, it has soy, it has sugar added, whatever it is they added, it is required that they put it on there. For some flavors, they hide it by, at the end of it, it will say natural flavors. I say natural because actually the way it stands today, they are allowed to put anything that qualifies as flavors, and they can hide a lot of things under that natural flavor. So that's important to stay away from things that say natural flavor. If it is vanilla, and it's the real vanilla, it should be vanilla on the ingredients, instead of vanilla flavor or cherry flavor. Those foods you can actually you should put it down in the ingredient list. So you find the ingredient list, sometimes you find other ingredients which might not be in a big amount. So if you're buying almond milk, can you take a look at it? Now when you look at ingredient list, the first 5 ingredients are important. Those are in the whatever you're reading in the higher percentage. So the way they are required to list ingredients, the first ingredient has the highest percentage in that ingredient list, followed by the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Everything else is little, like small, very small, minimal amount. So if you're buying anything soy and it says soy in the box, you should expect to see that soy in the first 5 ingredients. If you're buying almond milk, it better be some almonds in the first 5 ingredients. Coconut milk, all of that stuff. It cannot be all this other stuff, and then there is maybe way down after the 5th ingredient, now you have some almonds or soy or whatever else they claim it has. Now when you have something like that, that should tell you that you have a very tiny amount of that. So I'm not saying you shouldn't drink it, but it's important to know exactly what you're paying for, right? When they say soy milk, you're probably organic soy milk, you're probably paying a lot of money for it. Almond milk, they're probably paying a lot of money for it. So you want to make sure you're paying for what it is they said they're selling you. The same thing when it comes to reading ingredients on snacks that people buy. The danger with things that come in boxes and containers and wraps and stuff like that is they are processed. So you're trying to feed yourself things that are very minimally processed. And if a particular ingredient is a particular product is telling you this is what that product is, you want to make sure you're paying for that, because you could be paying a lot of money for because it is almond or organic soy or whatever it is they're saying it is. So you have to make sure that it is listed in the first 5 ingredients. If it's not and they have water there, sometimes you might look and you see glucose, you might look and you see sugar cane. This is sugar. So again, remember that first 5, 1, 2, 3, in that order, is the highest one comes first, followed by the other one and the other one and the other one, right? So I think that's where I will begin today. Eventually I do want to pick up some product and show so that we can look at it together, and I will point out what I mean. There is the other thing: if you're trying to eat low carb diet, you're trying to eat low sugar foods, and you look at an ingredient listed in the thing, you might be looking for sugar. Meanwhile, what they have is a different form of sugar listed that you might not know, like maltodextrin. Of course, you will know if you do see sugar cane. So all kinds of stuff they can use to cover the amount of sugar in the product. Again, the other thing also with reading ingredient list is when you're reading an ingredient list, all right, and you see glucose, and then you see fructose, and then you see another kind of sugar, maltodextrin, or whatever else. So it's important to know all those things, because sometimes you have things in there repeated, just a different form of it, but it's still glucose, it's still sugar. So I find a lot of people eat stuff that they don't want to eat, but because it is already in the ingredients and they couldn't quite decipher that that thing is glucose, they end up eating it. The same thing with sodium, right? We know MSG, sodium is salt, but they can also put it in different forms of it, so that they're not trying to exceed a certain amount of one particular one, but it's all coming down to doing the same harm to your body, be it high in sodium or high in glucose. So it shouldn't be that difficult, but we know that companies find ways to evade the policies placed on them. All right, I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to touch on today, is how important it is to pay attention to the ingredient list on any product that we are buying. If that is what you want, that you see on the ingredient list, is fine. Yeah, right? If you wanted glucose, it's fine. But my concern is sometimes a lot of people do not know what certain names mean. And if you see something you don't know, Google it. It will tell you. If you're not sure of what it is, Google it, right? If we're gonna eat sugar, we should know it's sugar. Thanks for coming back to my channel over and over again. There's a lot of information that I have here, a lot of beautiful videos that you can watch. They are all geared towards improving your health. If you like it, come back, and I will keep making more videos about how to keep us healthy, how we can live well, right, and enjoy this life that we're in. It shouldn't be that difficult, but there's a lot of we don't know. There's a lot of things that we need to learn, because it's a lot of things that we do that affect our health, and we do them not knowing. Right? That's it. All right, I think that's all for me today. I am gonna jump back in, go to work, live well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.